I'm convinced that they're just never going to grasp the concept. Watch this and we'll talk about it on the back end.
It's been a few weeks since I've been canceled, so this video ought to do it. And I'm just going to say it, your problems are not my responsibility. If you want free healthcare, then maybe try working instead of whining on TikTok about capitalism. My husband and I bust our butts every week and we pay our taxes, and somehow we're the bad guys because we don't want to bankroll everyone else's bad decisions. Sorry, but I made poor life choices doesn't count as a disability. And I'm over arguing with people who say that healthcare is a human right, but the right to life isn't. So I'm no longer going to be guilt tripped by people who think that my paycheck is community property. If you want free stuff, then move to California. The rest of us are working and paying our own bills and trying to raise kids in an economy that liberal policies keep trying to ruin. Stop voting for handouts and then wondering why everything costs so much more. That isn't compassion. It's just economic illiteracy pretending to be virtue. So I'm over it. Healthcare is not a human right, and you aren't entitled to my paycheck just because you're lazy.
Sorry to have to subject you to that. I'm wondering if this woman here feels the same way about the fire department or the police department or the public schools or the park district or her local township. All of these local taxing bodies that take her tax revenue, and everybody gets to participate in it. The fire department goes to the $2 million house in town the same way it goes to your house. The police department goes to the $2 million house in town the same way it goes to your house. Do you feel the same way about those programs? Because all we're saying when it comes to universal health care, and it's not we're coming after your check by any stretch of the imagination, is those of us who are working would like to, instead of giving our money to a health insurance company in the form of a premium, we would all like to throw it into a pot collectively as Americans for universal health care. It helps lower our costs overall. It gives us freedom to choose any doctor, any specialist, any hospital, any pharmacy, anywhere in the country. And we get better health outcomes. But see, that's not something you understand. You have been convinced that universal health care is somebody coming for your paycheck. And therein lies, I think, the example, the proof of who you really are. Because instead of trying to understand what's actually happening in the universal healthcare system, you only look at it as somebody's coming for my money. My money might actually go to help somebody else in some way, shape, or form. And God damn it, I can't have that. It reveals who you are as a person, both in how you think about helping your fellow man and in your failure or refusal to understand what universal healthcare truly is. If we went to a universal healthcare system, you would pay less for your healthcare and in taxes, and you would get better outcome. But you won't see it that way. Because a poor kid might get a shot at a doctor's office. Amazing.